Hello. Welcome. Excellent. Okay. Let me get comfortable here. Hi. Welcome to body scanning. How are you doing? Let me set this straight a little bit. Ooh, wrong way. There we go. I'm backward on this camera. Excellent. I keep doing that. Thank you for coming to body scanning tonight. Just so you know, I always like to wait a few minutes before I start, just in case there are any stragglers who want to join. Oh, rough week. I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, that's what we're here for. I'm glad you decided to come. Like, I think there's nothing more beautiful than having a rough week and turning into something like this because, one, I'm glad you're here. You are a part of community here. But two, like, this is just an excellent thing to do when shit is hard. So you've come to the right place. And for those who are going to watch the replay of this, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to face our emotions, but in a really gentle way. And this is a practice that I turn to anytime I'm having a rough day, a hard period of time, when I'm feeling heavy and I don't know why. When old stuff comes up, like old traumas, old hurts, when they come up, when I'm going through a breakup, anytime you have a difficult emotion and you're trying to feel your way through, and often lately too, I've been using this for positive emotions because they also confuse me, if I'm honest. I have delayed processing, I'm autistic. So all the emotions, I pass them through this when when I feel like I'm drowning in them. So that's what we're going to learn today. And it's just the most beautiful tool that you can turn to that will build so much self-trust, because anytime something goes wrong, you'll know that you can do this. And it's so I have other practices that I like, but something about knowing that you have to go do some deep dive or journaling, sometimes that can feel like too much. You just need something really easy. And this is really easy and really gentle. So it's quite nice. That being said, could you tell me in the chat box, on a scale where 1 is bad and 10 is great, how are you feeling right now? And for those watching the replay of this, same thing, just quickly jot down in your phone and your notepad, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 if 1 is real bad and 10 is golden, angelic, wonderful, it's glittery, great. Okay. Okay, that's great. This is a great place to be a 4. I've had one of those weeks too. It's like the state of the world is kind of scary, and then anything else on top of that too, Jesus. It's just a lot right now. So I'll give it about 5 more minutes and then we'll start. And then just another note for you and everyone else. Yeah, absolutely. It is triflingly scary. A note for anybody watching: you can always watch these lives because I'll put them in the Soft app, so they'll be there for you. But you can also go into the Soft app and go to the Sanctuary, and you'll find a pre-recorded version of this. And all the practices in the Sanctuary are numbered. This is number 1. It's called Face Your Emotions, and it's number 1. The pre-recorded one can be nice because it's set to meditation music and it's really gentle. It's a little longer, meaning that it's like 7 minutes, I want to say, but there's a shorter version too. So if you need the long, if you need the short, you have them both. Some other tools in there that can be great are the meltdown companions. If you're having a meltdown and you need a second, you need somebody to just remind you that you are valid and it's okay to feel these feelings, check out Meltdown Companion. That's number 13 in the Self-Care Sanctuary. And then one last thing. The very first thing in the Sanctuary is a glossary. So if you don't really know which one to go to the glossary. It's broken down by feelings. I feel sad. I feel excited. I feel overwhelmed. I feel hopeless. There's like, I think 45 feelings, good and bad. And beneath it, you'll see all the practices that would be great for those feelings. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, that's what the app is for. I wanted this to be a place where, we can heal both individually and in community. Look, I just got home from work. My cat is going nuts. He is running around. Hopefully he'll calm down soon. He also just got out of the litter box, and I'm giving y'all a lot of information. But he's going crazy. He's my little baby. Are you okay, Princess Oliver? You're having the zoomies. He's 16, so anytime he gets the zoomies, I'm like, whoa, he he's pretty active, but not super. He might get the zoomies like every few days. Um, okay, so we have 3 minutes left. Let me think if there's anything else. Really? You know what? Tonight is a full moon, isn't it? I forgot that sometimes animals react like this during the full moon. It's either tonight or tomorrow, but I do want to. I think it's today. Maybe that's what's what. Are you having a little moon reactions? Um, Before we begin, make sure you have some water nearby. Yeah, I think it could be. I think it could be. That means tonight's going to be interesting and I'm trying to sleep. I have 2 cats. They're probably going to be talking all night. Make sure you have a beverage, water, tea, something close by for this. And make sure you're somewhere cozy. You can't see it. I'm moving into a new apartment in my same building on Friday. And when I get settled in there, I'm gonna have a different setup, I think. But I'm sitting in my absolute favorite chair. It's like this big chair. I love it because I can sit cross-legged like this. And it's pink, which is obviously my fave. And I've got pillows and I've got a soft blanket here too. So these things are important because sometimes when you do body scanning, a lot of heaviness will come up and just momentarily. But it's nice to have a lot of soft, nice things around you, things that you're familiar with, and to be in a place where you feel safe, so that your body can be reminded through the entire journey that you are safe to feel what you're feeling and it's safe to feel it. So, yeah, make sure you got your water and also possibly a pen and paper in case after this session you want to jump into some journaling, journal out how you feel. Oh, yes. Oh, that's really beautiful. I was noticing a couple weeks ago, I decided to buy some cat ears because I used to always wear cat ears and then I just abruptly stopped. But then it hit me that I used to love my stuffed animals so much. And I reached a certain age and then all of a sudden they started to disappear. And I think that was my parents doing. They thought I was just too old to have them. But I still, they all had names. I remember their names. And I had this one bear in particular, and it was blue and it had a bow. His name was Boogie. And Boogie did just disappear suddenly when I was, I guess, sometime in middle school. Um, no, it was like 5th grade. I wasn't quite in middle school yet, but I'm going to get some more stuffed animals. Oh, thank you. I love that you got your stuffed animals. Do you have a favorite one? Does it have a name? What is it? I want to know all about it. Oh, I know. I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna get some stuffed animals again. I really, I had looked on Amazon to see if I could find a bear that reminded me of Boogie, and I couldn't, not quite. So I'm gonna maybe go to a store and see if I can find something. A big whale named Humphrey. That's so. Thank you for sharing that. I love you having your stuffed animal, and that in a moment where you need to feel cozy, you got Humphrey. That's so beautiful. Oh, interesting. Okay, Jellycat. Let me write that down. Thank you. I've never actually heard of Jellycat except, isn't that a Pokemon? Because it sounds so familiar, but I didn't know it was like a store. Stuffed animals. No, that's Jelly. I think I'm confusing Jellicle Cat from Cats with Jellypuff? Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm writing this down. Jigglypuff. Okay, don't get me started on that song. It'll be stuck in my head for a year. Yeah. Okay, so let me know. Are you ready to begin? Because we'll go ahead and jump in. Oh, someone else came in. Hi, how are you? Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat box if you're feeling up to it. We're talking about stuffed animals and places to buy them. Hi, welcome. If you wouldn't mind telling me in the chat box, where are you today on a scale where 1 is real bad and 10 is golden and lovely? Where are you falling today on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, good. That's good. This practice it's good to do whether you're on lower on the scale or higher on the scale. Oh, that's sweet. Hi, Emily. I don't think I knew your name was Emily either. It's good to know. Um, because when you are feeling higher, like an 8, it's still good to familiarize yourself with this practice and practice the practice so that if ever you're having a tough spell and you need it, you'll know how to do it. But I'm also finding that even when I have strong positive emotions, it's helpful to do this practice because it just helps to connect me to my body. I have an issue with being very disconnected from my own body. I think it's just an autism thing, especially just because I struggle to process emotions. Sometimes it can be delayed. So this is a great way to process emotions, good and bad, is the point I'm making. Um, I especially felt that, over the weekend because I turned to social media to help because I couldn't pay my car note. And the amount of people who helped, I was able to pay my car note like that day. And I will cry talking about it. It was so beautiful, and I had these waves of emotion, and then I just would cry. I cried all weekend about this. I just cried all weekend. So thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you. Thanks everyone who helped because but it was the same thing of like not hi, welcome. It was that same thing of I wasn't sure how to process all of and it was happy feelings, but then it started to feel like overwhelming and then it felt like is this bad? Is it happy? So this practice was good for helping me through those emotions as well. Hey, hey, I'm glad you're back. Welcome. Can you share in the box where are you feeling today? Scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is real bad and 10 is like I'm flying on cloud 9. Real good. Long story short. How are you feeling? And I'll tell y'all too, I think this whole week I've been at a 2. I have felt so disconnected and really sad and very teary. But today I'm at I think I'm at an 8 or maybe even a 7, 7, 8 because I feel more even today. So I'm grateful for that. I was trying to figure out I couldn't like fully identify what was going on. But yeah, a 7. Ooh, yes. Oh, I'm glad that you had some time to rest. That'll do it. That'll do it every time. That's what I landed on yesterday. I did body scanning and then I was like, I'm at a point where I just need to not try to fix it and just let the emotion be here, just be present with it and trust that it'll pass. And it did, but I also figured out what was wrong. I don't know if anybody else has this struggle. Let me know in the chat if you do, but I had a toothache and I was taking a round of antibiotics and I finished like 4 days ago. And I always forget that when I take an antibiotic, I get depressed afterward because it destroys your microbiome. So after antibiotics, I have to take a round of probiotics. And I always do, but I need more. I need fermented foods. I need extra probiotics to kind of like reestablish my microbiome. And that helps to stabilize my mood. Every time I forget that, but every time I take an antibiotic, I fall into a depression. So yeah. Anybody else? Is it just me? I didn't even know that until some years ago. Someone recommended Mood Plus to me, this one probiotic. And then I explored them and I found another one that I really like because it's like prebiotic, postbiotic. It's 3 prebiotics, postbiotics, and pro and postbiotics all in one pill. So I take that now. Yeah, absolutely. They sure can. Gosh, they can. Anyway, I could chat for 1,000 years. Can y'all let me know before we really get into this in the chat box? Could you tell me, do you prefer live or Zoom for these? Because this Sunday is our last body scanning session, but after that, we'll be moving back into meditation. And I'll start adding body scan at the beginning of every meditation because I think it would be helpful, and also at the end. But do you prefer Zoom or live? Because we could go either way. Y'all let me know. That way we can talk to each other a little bit more. And while you type this out, I'll give you a few moments to do that. I want to tell everyone else who came in the room to please grab a beverage, just something that you like to have, water, tea. Keep that close by. Make sure you're somewhere super cozy. because heavy emotions can come up during this process, and it's good to just be somewhere where you're super comfortable so that you can feel safe, because it will be safe to feel what you're feeling. Um, oh, that's okay. Oh, what are we typing? Okay, so I'm asking everyone, do you prefer Zoom or live for these sorts of hangouts? Because, we have one more of these on Sunday, but then beyond this, I'm going to continue doing meditation forever. And anything else? Do you prefer to do it on Zoom or live? Okay, for catch up and FaceTime type stuff, Zoom. Okay, cool. So I'm hearing um, what, so you'd like each one has a place, is what you're saying. That makes sense. So maybe we'll continue to do like meditations here, and then I'll do more hangouts and body doubling, because we're going to start body doubling after next week. And I'll do that on Zoom, but then we'll do meditations on live. Perfect. Good to know. Okay. Sweet. All right, everyone. So let me know. I know I'm excited for body doubling because I'm probably going to start cleaning my apartment. That's what I really need to do more. Not that it's filthy, but just I don't like doing certain things because I don't like the feelings of it. So I don't like cleaning my countertops, and I don't like sweeping my floor. So those are the things. I'm reading your message here. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. It would be nice to see y'all too. And then you could actually talk. We could talk to each other. I always thought live because sometimes, especially when I'm new to a space, I don't want to be on camera. Like it's too confronting. But I think that's a good reason to continue to do a little bit of both so that newer people can come in this way and it's more comfortable, and then they can transition to Zoom. So we'll do both. We'll do a little bit of each. I don't know where that song came from. So let me know in the chat box if you could just give me a thumbs up or your favorite emoji if you're ready to go. And by ready, I mean you're in a comfortable place, you have a beverage nearby, you're feeling relaxed. And oh, we were just talking about teddy bears, and then you put a teddy bear emoji. I see I'm still feeling teary. That's okay. I welcome it. That's really, thank you. That's just beautiful. That's all. Yeah, we were just talking about teddy bears. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and begin. The way this works is that just for the first only about a minute, I'm going to ask you to think about something that's hurting you, whether it's a present situation that you're going through, something that happened in your day, or it can be an old hurt. It can be an old hurt that you're struggling to let go of, even an old trauma. This is a safe place to think about it because it's only going to be for about 1 minute. So if you could go ahead and take some time to recall whatever is heavily on your heart. And as you think about it, please breathe slow and deeply. Just remember to breathe very slowly all the way down through your belly, up through the chest. This will signal to your body that you're safe and that you're grounded. You're not fighting, you're not fleeing, you're safe. It's safe to bring this up. I'm doing this along with you. An old hurt came up for me today, so that's what I'm thinking about. I want you to think fully through this thought. Think about how it makes you feel, how you were feeling when it happened. Keep breathing deep. Okay. You're doing great. If the thought of this makes you want to cry, allow it. If you need to rock, allow it. Any reaction your body is having, it's safe to have it. No need to judge it. Just let it be. And now, if each of you are ready, I want you to do your very best to drop the thought. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your body so that you can identify what you're feeling in your body. So let's start with your stomach. What do you feel in your stomach right now? Does it feel like there's a large object in your stomach that's expanding? Does it feel like there's a heavy weight on your stomach? What is the shape of this object? What color is it? Can you take a deep breath and send some air to this area of your stomach? And then release through the mouth. Now, this object in your stomach, do you feel it moving into any other parts of your body? What about your chest? What are you feeling in your chest right now? Feel free to move your hands to the part of your body to connect with it deeper. Does it feel like your chest is constricted? Does it feel like an elephant is sitting on your chest? Just take a few minutes to fully illustrate this, what it feels like, what color it is, what shape it is. And remember to keep breathing very deeply in and out. Send some fresh air up to your chest. Do you feel it moving anywhere else? How does your throat feel? Fully illustrate what you're feeling in your throat right now. And keep breathing. Emotions pass over you like a wave. And at this point, you might be moving into the heaviest, deepest part of the wave, which is hard, but also proof that this will pass soon. Now tell me what you feel in your head. What kind of object do you feel? What is the sensation like? What color is it? What shape is it? Keep breathing deep. Now bring your attention to your arms and your legs. Do you feel any sensations in your arms and your legs? Take a moment to tighten the muscles in your legs as tight as you can, then release it. Keep breathing. Tighten the muscles in your arms and release them. What do you feel in your hands and in your feet? Okay. Keep breathing deep. You're doing an amazing job. I never told you to close your eyes and you didn't have to, but I just felt called to. So if you did, that's fine. But feel free to open them now. And if you could just quickly write in the chat box on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel right now? 1 is real bad, 10 is great. I'm still breathing deep. I woke up recalling a really difficult memory from childhood that I didn't understand until today. So I wanted to sit with that for some time. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. I'm glad you got curious about the uncomfortable feelings. The thing about this practice is when you do it, you'll discover that you might have to do it um, often, especially if you're presently going through something difficult. You might have to do it like 50 times a day for a while. But every time, this is how you do it. You just drop into your body. As soon as you start thinking about it, drop into your body and just illustrate all the feelings that you feel there. And you'll find that the emotion will swell. You might cry, you might rock, you might scream, you might punch a pillow, but then it will pass. Now, this is a scientific method and it's proven to take 90 seconds or less. So just know, even if you have to do it multiple times a day, it is very quick and very gentle. And every time you should feel a little more relaxed afterward and a little more relaxed. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. I'm glad y'all are here. I'm glad you're here because you're showing up for yourselves. Everyone needs to be doing this. It's like I think that the amount of things that I've swallowed instead of releasing because I just didn't know that this was how to release them. It's life changing once you realize that you can do this. So I'm so glad you're here. Oh, also, I said this in the beginning, but in the Soft app, this practice, well, I'm going to upload this video too. So this will be in the, oh my gosh, Meet Your Energy. But there's also a pre-recorded version of this practice in the Sanctuary. It is number 1 in the Sanctuary. It's called Face Your Emotions. It's pre-recorded, it's set to gentle meditative music, and there's a long version which is like 7-8 minutes and a short version. So if you don't have a lot of time, you have either option, but they're pre-recorded. They'll get you to relax. You'll start to speak aloud everything that you're feeling in your body so that it'll help you to release it. And it's I made all the recordings, so it's still me. It's just more ethereal, I suppose. So yeah. Yeah. Excellent. That's good. Oh, I have shivers. I'm so glad to have given you a resource to help yourself. And I think this is how we're going to do it going forward. We'll do a body scan and then meditation anytime we meet to do a meditation. And then maybe we'll do another body scan at the end. The reason I wanted to do this is because a few weeks ago, I did a meditation on live, and someone who came said that she felt sad afterward because, sometimes when you meditate in silence, a lot of old traumas come up, which is actually a good thing because it's like your body feels safe to face these things because you're giving it the space to do it. You're giving it a safe container in which to release. But if you don't have a tool for how to properly release it, then it just sits with you and it can be really heavy. So that's what made me do Meet Your Energy, to give everybody tools to put in your emotional toolkit so that when we go back to meditating, which is so effing important, we need to be meditating all the time. If this hard stuff comes up, now you know what to do with the hard stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, I really appreciate all of you being here. And remember, we're doing this again on Sunday. We'll do body scan at 12:30, meditation at 1. I'll be in my new apartment then. Same building, pretty much same apartment. It's just my neighbor is driving me nuts, so I'm moving to the top floor. Oh, thank you too. Thank you all for being here. And Emily, thank you for the recommendation about Jellycat. I'm gonna get a stuffed animal. I'm gonna get a bunch, but well, maybe not a bunch because I have a small space, but I'm definitely gonna get some. So yeah. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening, and I will see you back in the app. Bye. Oh, I will definitely be letting you know. Oh my god, I'm excited. I'm gonna go on there right now, actually. Thank you too. Bye. There we go.